Attention passionate Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what's being whispered around the league right now could be one of the most significant moves we see this offseason. And it involves none other than Trent Williams, the all-pro tackle from the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. The Seahawks might be on the verge of making a bold move that could reshape their offensive line and ultimately their championship prospects. The buzz is pointing towards a potential trade that would send Williams to Seattle in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and some young talent to help rebuild the offensive line for the future. It's a bold strategy, but if it comes to fruition, it could be a game-changer for us. Now let's take a step back and analyze why this move is generating so much chatter. Trent Williams, as we all know, is one of the most dominant offensive tackles in the league. His resume speaks volumes: 12 Pro Bowls, a career PFF grade averaging around 94, 8, and a reputation as a true mauler in both pass protection and run blocking. His 2025 season was stellar, with a PFF grade of 93. An 89% win rate in run blocking, and a pass protection EPA of 0.23. He's been a cornerstone for the 49ers offensive line for years, and even in his age, he's currently in his 30s, he continues to perform at an elite level. And how about this? In Week 12, he blanked the Packers' pass rush completely, allowing 0 pressures in that game. That's the kind of consistency and elite performance that can be a game-changer for any team. But the 49ers, even with Williams, are facing some tough questions. Their cap situation is tight, with only about $2.8 million in cap space, and they're heavily focused on extensions for their defensive line. There are rumors swirling that they might be willing to part ways with Williams because of ongoing injury concerns and the need to free up cap space to keep their roster balanced. Some reports suggest they're even considering trading Williams for picks, especially since their current roster is allowing an average of 22. 7 points per game, a figure that's raising eyebrows among skeptics. They're prioritizing their defensive line and looking to make the roster younger and more flexible for the future, which could lead to a scenario where Williams is available. Now, let's turn our focus to the Seahawks. At 9-3, we're sitting pretty in the NFC West with a shot at the playoffs, and the offensive line is a key factor in maintaining and building on that momentum. We've got a solid core in Charles Cross, and our offensive line has been one of the top units in the league, currently ranked 7th overall, but with room to grow. Adding a player like Trent Williams would instantly elevate that unit to a top 3 rank, giving Geno Smith even more protection and opening up lanes for Kenneth Walker and the run game. Our rushing efficiency has already improved by 23% this season, jumping from 24. 5 points per game to nearly 29, and with Williams anchoring the line, those numbers could go even higher. Imagine the impact. With Williams on our line, we could project an additional 400 yards rushing for Walker alone, and the number of sacks allowed could drop by 19%. That's a massive boost for our offense, giving us the ability to control games on the ground and keep our defense rested. Plus, with Metcalf and Lockett stretching the field, a dominant line makes everything easier for Geno in the passing game. This move, if it's real, could be the final piece to solidify our Super Bowl window and make a serious statement in the playoffs. And let's not forget the betting odds. Currently, the Seahawks are listed at plus 600, with some sportsbooks moving towards plus 180 if this trade materializes. Trent Williams could be the X factor that pushes us from a good team to a true contender. Our offensive line, already among the best in the league, would leap into the top 3, and that kind of upgrade makes a huge difference when facing tough divisional rivals like the 49ers and Rams. The NFC West is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory, and having an elite tackle like Williams could be the secret weapon that puts us over the top. Of course, there are skeptics. The 49ers are still a formidable team, and losing Williams would be a blow, especially considering his leadership and experience. But with their cap tightness and focus on defensive extensions, They might see this as a necessary sacrifice for long-term flexibility. Meanwhile, Seattle's direction is clear. We're building a team that's ready to contend now, and acquiring a veteran like Williams would send a loud message that we're all in for another championship run. It's about protecting Geno, empowering Walker, and giving our receivers the time and space they need to make plays. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade could mark a turning point for the Seahawks. It's reminiscent of the trade that stabilized the Eagles back in 2009, when acquiring veteran talent helped solidify the line and set the stage for future success. If we can bring Trent Williams into our fold, it's not just about adding a player, it's about upgrading our entire offense and setting a tone of dominance. The Seahawks have always been about resilience, grit, and making bold moves when it counts, and this could be one of those moments. Imagine the energy in Lumen Field, knowing that we have one of the best tackles in the league protecting Geno and paving the way for another deep playoff run. Now, this isn't just speculation. The league whispers are getting louder, and sources close to both teams suggest there's real interest from Seattle's side. We're in a prime position to make a splash, especially with our current standing and the momentum we've built through a tough, resilient season. Our coaching staff has shown they're willing to adapt and make bold decisions, and adding Trent Williams would be a testament to that philosophy. It's about maximizing our window and ensuring our offense is as formidable as possible. And folks, the stakes are high. A move like this would send shockwaves through the division, making our rivals sit up and take notice. The 49ers might be fading in the eyes of some, especially if they lose Williams and struggle to replace his leadership and quality. Meanwhile, the Seahawks, with our talented roster and this potential upgrade, could be seen as the team to beat in the NFC West. It's an exciting time, and I, for one, can't wait to see how this story unfolds. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Whether it's a blockbuster trade or a key injury update, we're here to keep you in the loop and fired up for what's to come. Keep that passion alive, and let's get ready for an exciting postseason push. Go Hawks!